Ladies and gentlemen, I have made friends with the F word, and by the end of my talk, I hope you will too. And I want to explain to you how I became so familiar with the true understanding and use of the F word. I want you to come back with me to the year 2005. It was January, and like many people do in January, I joined a gym. Well, I can tell you I was so excited, and I was pretty proud of myself. For the first 2 months, I went about 3 or 4 times a week. Yeah, it's good, right? About the 4th month, maybe twice a week. The 5th month, I was about once a week, and mostly to take a shower. And one day, at the gym, look, this, obviously you can see a pattern here, right? This is repeated many times, and she said, well, I understand how you feel, but I recently read a book. She said, well, I happen to have it, and I'll give you a copy. And she gave me a copy of this book. This book changed my life. It was like lightning striking. And I can tell you why. Because when you open the cover, well, I don't know if you can see it well from there or not. It's many before and after pictures. Yeah. These people are pretty average, and if you look at their before picture, I could relate. Right? I was not huge, right? But I knew I had fat. I had to get rid of it. So I was so excited and so enthusiastic. I said, I'm going to do this. I've got the gym membership, I've got the program, and I've got 12 weeks. I can do it. I'm going to do it. So I did it. And ladies and gentlemen, I went, the plan calls for you to go 6 times a week for 12 weeks. I also took the before pictures. And I asked my girlfriend at the time to take those pictures. So I did the first week, 2nd week, 3rd week. It was not easy. The workout is very hard. When you wake up in the morning and you're in that comfortable, sticky, warm bed, it's very hard to get up and go to the gym. But I did it. Week 4, week 5, week 6, all the way through. And I finished. And I asked my girlfriend to help me take the pictures, the after pictures. And when I took off my shirt, which I'm not going to do, and she took that picture, she said 5 words to me that I will never forget. They are burned indelibly in my mind forever. She said, oh, I don't see any difference. And then I well and truly understand how to use the F word. Because when I looked at the pictures, I also said, fail! I failed. Now, I looked a little bit better, but it wasn't like these wonderful before and after pictures. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you've probably heard millions of people tell you if you've got a goal, you should write it down, you should keep records, and you should have good planning. Ladies and gentlemen, for me, that was the most well-documented failure ever. All 12 weeks, every single workout is in this envelope here. But I still failed. How did that happen? And I have to tell you, I felt miserable. And after that, I just couldn't do it anymore. I didn't stop going to the gym because of the nice showers. But I really gave up on the exercising. Because I thought, well, after all that work, after all that effort, after all that energy, I don't think I can do it again. I don't think I can go through that kind of disappointment. So fast forward to last summer. A friend of mine moved to Australia and wanted to sell her gym membership. And I guess you can see a pattern starting to repeat. Again. And so this time I said, well, okay, the price was reasonable because she was the original member, selling it cheaper. I decided I was going to do it. And this gym was the one in Olympic. It has much nicer showers. And it has a sauna. So I figured, well, at least I'll get something out of it. But this time I really wanted to try again. I didn't want to give up. So I started searching YouTube, some videos, how to exercise, how to improve my exercise to get better so I could have more progress. And I came across a very interesting video. In the video, the guy was teaching you how to do some exercise. It didn't matter what it was because he said one thing that I will never forget. He said, if you have to ask me how many repetitions to do, you will not be successful. You must do it until you fail. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. I never thought about it that way. And he said the reason is because when you're doing the exercise, whatever it happens to be, whatever physical exercise that happens to be, it isn't until the muscles actually break down and you can't do it well anymore with good form. At that point is when you really grow. And although I knew that intellectually, from a kind of scientific point of view, I never really thought about applying it to everything else in my life. And I applied it to going to the gym. At this time, I didn't tell anybody what I was doing, because I didn't want before and after pictures. And I didn't want anybody to say anything that would drive me nuts. But I did it. And I can tell you, I still kept records. This is the first 3 months. This is the second 3 months. This is the most recent 3 months inside this book.
Wow.
I'm not showing you to impress you really, but it's for the sake of credibility. I've really done it. It's been nearly a year. And I can tell you that by thinking about that failure and applying it to my everyday life has been really helpful. And I also learned something else about failure. You can do more than you think you can. And I can demonstrate this, but I need a volunteer. I need a man. Well, Derek, you did so much hard work. Don't worry, you won't have to lift anything up. But I won't. Derek, how many push-ups can you do?
2.
I'll tell you what. See how many you can do. Just see how many you can do.
Do it now?
Yeah, do it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
1.
Okay, 2.
And 2.
Go one more.
Do one more. Yeah, I can do it.
That's it?
Yeah, I can do a bit more, but that's it.
Okay, two more. I'll join you.
Okay.
You ready? Come on. 1, 2. One more. Come on. One more. Can you do it with one hand? How many did he say he could do? 2. How many did he do?
6.
The F word is failure. But there's another, the F word has another friend. It's called faith. And it goes hand in hand with failure. Because when you put your action with your experience and your knowledge of how you failed together, you will have the thing that you can visualize. And it's what made it not work for me the first time with the before and after pictures. I didn't have the whole picture. Ladies and gentlemen, please fail vigorously and have faith. Toastmasters.